Hi, I'm Wakefield Lee, Principal of Meridian Real Estate Partners, where we aim to grow investors' wealth and create more freedom through investing in multifamily real estate. My parents immigrated to the United States from Hong Kong. My mom came when she was in middle school, and my father came for college. Growing up, I always saw my parents work very hard and hustle. They were the traditional immigrants. My mom came here and had dreams of becoming a pharmacist. She went through schooling, she had some challenges that she ran into, and unfortunately that didn't work out. But she found a very fulfilling career being a nurse. My dad also wanted to pursue a career in healthcare. When that didn't work out, he made a pivot. He went into a career in finance where he was working for the Los Angeles Unified School District, one of the largest school districts in the country, to help them build schools and help students get their education. From both of my parents, I had really valuable lessons. From my mom, learning how to care for people. From my dad, working very hard and hustling all the time to figure out other ways of generating more side income and helping to provide for the family. And that's where I learned my entrepreneurial spirit. Eventually, I was very lucky and fortunate to be accepted to the University of Southern California as an undergraduate. Initially, I studied finance. What I realized is that it was, to me, not interesting, actually quite boring. I was looking at numbers and figuring out accounting, credits and debits, and it was just completely not interesting to me. Going back to what I learned from my parents, it is okay to make a pivot. My parents pivoted, they were successful, I can make a pivot, I could also be successful. So when it came time for graduation, I had an opportunity to work in consulting. And that's how I started my career as a young person, working at PricewaterhouseCoopers in their real estate advisory department. I worked on office, retail, multifamily, and even niche classes like hospitality and senior housing. And from there, I realized that I could create more value potentially for myself, my friends, and family if I took an entrepreneurial route or had another career change and pivot to something that was a little bit more impactful and a little bit more meaningful. At that point, I discovered this podcast called Bigger Pockets. Bigger Pockets is an online resource that tells you a lot of different things about real estate. You can flip, you can do wholesaling, you can lend, you can invest in multifamily or different types of asset classes. And to me, this was such an amazing resource because it was free and open, and people who wanted to give back contributed to it. And their goal was to really control their financial future. And from that point, actually my parents bought an apartment many years before I got into the industry, and I started to ask them more questions about how that worked. And I realized that actually there were a lot of challenges and a lot of struggles with what they did with that apartment. At the same time, I thought this would be a good launching point for me to go back and get my higher education. I went back for my MBA program at the University of Southern California. Coincidentally enough, I found an internship position with Amazon. During that internship, over a 3-month period, I really learned about the importance of being data-driven. I finished the program at USC and had a great experience there, built a really strong network, and from there decided to launch the next phase of my company, which is Meridian Real Estate Partners. At Meridian Real Estate Partners, one of our core values is high touch. We want to work with you, get to know you, and help you achieve your goals. If you have any questions or want to hop on a call, please reach out to me directly at meridianrealestatepartners.com. At Meridian Real Estate Partners, we care about your investment just as much, if not more, than you do.